Today, I want to share with you how you can not just survive post-COVID-19 when it comes to property investing, but how you can actually thrive post-COVID-19 and make 2020 and 2021 your best years ever when it comes to property investing. And whether you're new or whether you're experienced, this is all relevant for each and every one of you on how you, if you're new, can become a professional property investor. And if you're a professional investor already, how you can become an accomplished property investor. And the key word is the word margin. It's Cam Dovedi at Premier Property. I'm the founder of Premier Property. I'm an active investor developer. And I just want to share with you, how you can actually move forward as well, like I say, post-COVID-19 and how you can thrive. So let's discuss margin. What do I mean? How does it work? Let's just go into it right now. The fact is, so many people can actually be making property work for them right now. However, one key calculation that they don't consider is their actual margin. And even if they do actually work out what their margin is, they typically tend not to be using the margin calculation in the right way. So like today, like what I'm sharing here, is we're going to really go into the depth of this and really understand how we work out margins at Premier Property on a daily basis, on an active basis, and how you can actually do the same so that you can move forward. So feel free to make notes as we go through this together. And of course, you can always watch this video again in your own time. So let's jump straight into explaining and understanding how a margin works according to Premier Property. Now, let's just take another page here right now. So let me share with you. So when it comes to margin, typically the way people work out a margin, so what is a margin first of all? So the margin what we're discussing here is, for example, let's say you buy a property at £100,000. And let's say you increase the value of that to £120,000, let's say. So 100 gone to 120, moved up. So in there is a capital uplift. So this is what we're discussing here, the actual capital uplift. And the margin or the capital uplift in here, when you work it as a percentage, is 20%, of course. Okay, so we've got the purchase price here. We've got the capital uplift, which is 20,000 in this case, so 20%, just using easy numbers. Hopefully I'm making sense here for you, yeah, if you're following me. 120. So there's your capital uplift margin percentage. Now, this is the way most investors out there do this. Now, I'm going to share with you a way as professional investors, as accomplished investors, you can do this. So, rather than looking at the purchase price, which actually isn't the complete truth, you want the complete truth. And the complete truth is all the extra added elements that you've got into that £100,000. So, specifically, think about your capital costs, your upfront costs like stamp duty, land tax, right? Stamp duty. Think about your mortgage finance, your interest only elements or your financing element for the length of that project. What is that going to be? Is that 6 months? Is that 7 months? How long have you factored that in? Think about also any refurbishment or any conversion or any construction costs that you've got depending on your type of project. Whether that's a buy-to-let like us, we do a number of buy-to-lets, or whether that's HMO like us at Premier Property, or whether you're doing deals within permitted development like us, or whether you're doing new builds like us, at Premier Property. No matter what your project is, the method and the process is exactly the same. I hope you're following me here. So you have your margin that people work out, investors work out at the purchase price. But like what I say, the truth is, it's like this. So the truth is, the way we work out our margins, so let's just use that example again. So let's say you've got a 100k property. Let's say you've spent 30k on that property in terms of capital costs, refurbishments, all the things I've just discussed with you. So now you find that, actually the whole amount of money that you've actually used in there, including any finance, the whole figure is actually 130k. So at Premier Property, what we do is we don't work out the margin at 100k at this level. We actually work out the margin at this level. absolutely crucial, like what I say, for you to be from new to professional property investors, and for professional property investors to become accomplished property investors. This is the thinking that we have, which means that your property investing and developing becomes so safe and so secure. Because right now we know out there, it's quite challenging times, aren't they, right? Recession looming. Yeah, the Chancellor's already, it's already accepted that, hasn't he? That's already being said by Rishi Sunak. So many investors out there who are going to lose money in the recession. Where at Premier Property, what we're doing is we're being very mindful of what I'm sharing here with you, and just making sure that your property investing is safe and secure. Making sure that you can really act fast and make, like what I say, post-COVID-19, making 2020, 2021 your best year yet when it comes to property investing and developing. And things like this, key elements like margin will really help you with this. So we work the margin out on 130,000. So a 20% margin on 130,000, 20%, if we're working out on 20%, is going to be 26k, isn't it? So that will be the margin. So very easily we can work this out. So literally we're looking at the 130,000, working out 20%, and whatever that figure is, we know what that margin is that you're expecting as gross profit. So easily done. Now let's discuss now that we know about how you work margins out, like we do at Premier Property, not at the purchase level. It's about all the encompassing costs. Now you got a true figure. Now you got truth working for you, and reality working for you, and you can make a lot of money from this. Thinking about this, I love property. It's a real vehicle, to find it's a real vehicle to really. It's helped us. It's helped myself become financially free. It's helped my family become financially free. And what I'm now doing now is just helping as many people as I possibly can to help them with their finances. Really good people with really good resources. And sometimes it's right in front of you, but you just need someone to point it out sometimes, isn't it? Right? So thinking about these things, discussing margins here, margins are crucial. Now, the next point I want to discuss with you about margins is the percentages. What percentages should you be working at, which are confirmed and will work for you in your best interest? So we've used this number here. I've just used the number here with you here at 20%. Now, 20%, and feel free to write this down if you're writing this down right now, 20% is commercially accepted. So we find when we approach lenders that if you have a margin at 20%, especially for permitted developments and developments, even more important because they'll actually assess the margin. Yeah? This is not really assessed too much when it comes to, for example, buy-to-lets and so on. However, it's always good for you to know, isn't it, what kind of margin that you're working on. Now, 20% is commercially accepted, like what I say, but at Premier Property, we like to work from, when we're looking at strategies where there's capital uplift, or where we are focusing on that capital uplift, like I just mentioned, premier developments, buying and selling, where there's buying and selling residential properties that we buy and sell. People join venture with us. We work on that. We'll make sure there's a margin there. So the margin that we look for as a bare minimum is actually 33%. Now, I've done another video somewhere on this YouTube channel. Feel free to just find that one. It's all about the why 33% is so important. And feel free, you can subscribe here, subscribe to the channel, just jump on that subscribe button, just give it a bit of a punch, and you'll be in for the rest of the videos. So I'll keep sharing with you more. And these are the margins that you can work to. 20% minimum, 33% is a very good level of margin. And some depending on your deal, so the more risk and reward there is, the larger your margin should be. So I'm a developer myself, investor developer, friends that are developers, and I was having a conversation with one of my developers friends, just earlier on this month, and he actually works on 50% margin, which I thought was actually pretty high. But he says to me, Cam, well, he'd rather do less deals but with a higher margin. So you can do this in your way. Now you have the 3 levels. You've got the 20% commercially accepted, just to summarize, 33% extremely outstanding level, and depending on risk and reward, you can be looking at larger margins like 50% plus, which work for land and so on and developing. Hope you're enjoying this video. It's Cam Dovedi at Premier Property, helping you to take your property investing to the next level.